Meet the funky, new 2022 Hyundai Ioniq 5. While we already saw this guy, the Korean automaker provided US-specific specs for the first time as it gears up to launch locally this fall. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 is a new all-electric compact crossover with advanced technology, futuristic styling, and a versatile interior. Intended as a Hyundai sub-brand, the Ioniq moniker also applies to a flood of upcoming EV models, but the Ioniq 5 has debuted first. So let's check out all the details about this amazing electric crossover for the US. Exterior and interior design. Ioniq 5's unique exterior design is characterized by clean and sharp lines, creating a sleek and sophisticated look. Ioniq 5's crossover body type achieves unique proportions and short overhangs due to its elongated wheelbase. Measuring 4,635 mm long, 1,890 mm wide and 1,605 mm tall on a 3,000 mm wheelbase, Ioniq 5 offers D-segment-like space in a midsize SUV. The new Hyundai Ioniq 5's design is one of the worst-kept secrets of any new electric car. It looks almost identical to the 45 EV concept that Hyundai revealed back in 2019. The new Ioniq 5 gets the same angular body design, with equally eye-catching headlights featuring 4 square rings of LEDs. Even the alloy wheels, which measure up to 20 inches across, look pretty similar to those on the concept car. The pop-out door handles feel more like they belong on a Tesla than an affordable family car, and the Ioniq 5's upmarket full-width brake lights with a cool pixel-like design look equally posh for a relatively affordable electric car. You can even get it with rear-facing cameras instead of conventional mirrors, just like the Audi e-tron SUV. Now let's get inside the car. The new Hyundai Ioniq's cabin looks just as futuristic as its bodywork, and in an equally minimalist fashion. The modular dashboard includes a 12-inch full-touch infotainment screen, exempt of hard buttons, and a hoodless 12-inch digital gauge cluster that displays EV-related information while driving, such as battery status and nearby charging stations. Adjacent to the digital gauge cluster is a metal insert that can accommodate a multi-purpose tray holder. Those touch-sensitive heating controls may look great, but these sorts of buttons can prove tricky to use while you're driving. Unlike most new cars, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 doesn't have a center console between the driver and front seat passenger. Instead, high-spec cars get a couple of raised cup holders and a large central storage tray that can slide forwards or backwards by up to 140 mm. The sliding console allows passengers to not only enjoy more flexibility, but also freely enter and exit the cabin on either side when parked in a narrow spot. Second-row passengers also can enjoy center console features, such as cup holders, a 15 watts fast wireless smartphone charger and USB ports. Universal Island truly redefines the center console, offering greater functionality than a static storage box. Ioniq 5 is equipped with electronically adjustable zero-gravity front seats. The seats recline to the optimum angle, offering a weightless feeling for the occupant, hence the name zero-gravity seats. Hyundai reduced the thickness of these front seats by about 30%, providing more space for those seated in the second row. This allows passengers to customize the interior space according to different needs and situations. It also comes with an amazing sunroof, which they call the Vision Roof. It provides the interior with a greater sense of openness as Ioniq 5's ceiling consists of one large glass panel without any support materials. Technology and infotainment. Hyundai says the Ioniq sub-brand emphasizes connected living, and the Ioniq 5 has a host of innovative infotainment and connectivity features. A 12-inch touchscreen shares a panel on the dash with a 12-inch digital gauge cluster, but the former acts as a hub for all things entertainment. This includes smartphone-integrated apps such as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as advanced voice recognition technology. Also, there's the V2L function. It can supply up to 3.6 kW of power. The V2L port is located under the second row seats, and it can be activated when a vehicle is on. Another V2L port is located at the charging port on the vehicle exterior. Using a converter, customers can charge high-power electric equipment. The outside port provides power even when the vehicle is turned off. Powertrain, battery and range. The 2022 Ioniq 5 will initially be available with rear-wheel drive, though an all-wheel drive version will come online a bit later. A 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery and single electric motor pushes out 225 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, and Hyundai is targeting a range of 300 miles in this configuration. Though that's also the number the company quoted for the global Ioniq 5, using the much more optimistic European WLTP test cycle. For the all-wheel drive version, the 168 kilowatt rear motor is joined by a 74 kilowatt front unit, and total output is rated at 320 horsepower and 446 pounds-foot of torque. However, Hyundai is estimating a range of 269 miles and says a fully loaded Ioniq 5 limited all-wheel drive will do 244 miles. Final EPA ratings will be published later this year. But compared to other new EVs, the Ioniq 5's estimated range looks good. The rear-wheel drive Volkswagen ID.4 is rated at 250 miles, and the most efficient Ford Mustang Mach-E with rear-wheel drive and the long-range battery gets 305 miles. However, Hyundai's crossover has a distinct advantage over Ford and Volkswagen with its rapid charging technology. The 800-volt electrical system means the Ioniq 5 can accept electrons from a super-fast 350 kilowatts fast charger, and the battery can go from 10% charge to 80% in just 18 minutes. Put another way, you can add 68 miles to the Ioniq 5 in just 5 minutes. However, these fast chargers can be difficult to find, so the Ioniq 5 can also work on the 400-volt legacy infrastructure that's more common. Plugged into a 150 kilowatt charger, you'll have to wait 25 minutes to go from 10% to 80% or grab 42 miles in 5 minutes. Still, that's not bad. If you're charging from home, the Ioniq 5 can accept a level 2 charger, pushing out 10.9 kilowatts, and get to a full battery in just under 7 hours. Pricing. The 2022 Ioniq 5 will be available in SE, SEL and limited trims. And pricing will be announced closer to the EV's on sale date this fall. Knowing Hyundai, it'll probably undercut its key competitors a bit, so expect a price around $45,000 before incentives. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at Auto Arena for all the latest auto updates.